Any campaign that is teaching Jamaican women to take into consideration the fertility rate and to have more children needs to be coupled with a campaign that is teaching men to not be absentee fathers. My name is Brianna Vernon, and this is the Independent Report. The conversation has always been had, oh, woman, you need to have more children. The fertility rate is low. Woman, 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 woman. And I've also seen so many women who are tired of hearing their names being called. Now, if you've been following this podcast for quite some time, you would know that when it was an audio-only podcast, I covered the low fertility rate in one of the episodes, and I was basically speaking about the fact that there are some positives to gain from the fact that the Jamaican women aren't having as much children as decades past. One of the reasons that I brought up was because many women now in our society, they are considering themselves first. They're looking at the pros and cons of maybe having a child right now in their life, and they're realizing that there is more to life, especially when they are young and in their early 20s. There are things that they need to be focusing on rather than bringing another human into the world when they're not quite ready to do so, because being a mother is an honorable, yet it can be a challenging task, and you have to be ready for it. When you're not teaching men that they need to stay with their children and not abandon them when they are born or when times seem to be rough. Because the truth is, you have many women there with their partners for quite a while. Things seem to be okay. I mean, I'm sure there are problems sometimes. But then when the woman is pregnant, has a child, many times the man disappears, abandons not only the mother, but the child as well, and will even use the mother being challenging or hard to deal with as an excuse to be absent from their child's or children's lives, which is, of course, not a worthy excuse at all. And so many women are not willing to put themselves through that turmoil, especially maybe not now in this particular part of their lives. They don't want to put themselves in a situation where they have a child and then they're left to fend for that child by themselves. Not in this economy, not when they realize that they have more life to live, they have their careers, they have their businesses that they want to start, and then to bring a child into the world and to not have the support, and not just of family, but the necessary support of a father in their lives. The presence of a father in the life of the child is paramount, right? And let's even bring some research into this. Now, back in 2014, Minister of National Security at the time, Peter Bunting, had gone as far as to say that the lack of a father figure was one of the main reasons young men join gangs and get involved in a life of crime in Jamaica. He went on to say that studies have shown that a child without a father is 11 times more likely to display violent behavior, 10 times more likely to join a gang, and 6 times more likely to end up in prison, twice as likely to drop out of school. And these are the possible statistics we would want to leave women with in the case that they do have a child with an absentee father. And it is not far-fetched that that could actually happen. Back in 2019, the Planning Institute of Jamaica noted that an estimated 36.4% of children had no father figure in the home, compared to 2.1% with no mother figure. 36.4% without a father figure, as per this statistics or report. Now, with that reality in mind, why would women in Jamaica feel encouraged to go and procreate just for the sake of increasing the fertility rate? Does that sound fair? Does that sound well thought out? No. You see, children shouldn't be had just to have children. They should be planned, they should be prepared for, they should be loved when they come into the world. They should be given the best possible space to thrive. And no, despite what many on social media or in the comfort of their homes think within their heads, love is not enough to give a child. They need not only emotional support, but they also need mental support. They also need financial support. That's very important. They need support from both parents. So while we are encouraging women to go out and get fertility rate up, how about we start to place more emphasis on encouraging proper family structures in Jamaica? How about we spend more time trying to find the root cause as to why there's so many men who leave their girlfriends, wives, partners high and dry, especially when they are pregnant or when they have given birth to their child. Why do they leave them with no support? Why do they abandon their children? How about we try to focus more on what type of people could these men be? What type of wickedness could be in their heart to do these things? How about we try to diagnose that issue before we try to tell women that they need to get the fertility rate up? How about we stop majoring in the minor and try to fix the issue at the root? Yeah. What say you? Share your thoughts down below if you agree or disagree. Let me know what you think and why you think that way. Remember to follow Noble Media Network on Instagram at Noble Media Net for more of the Independent Report. We are on bi-weekly on Thursdays at 7 p.m. My name is Brianna Vernon, and this was the Independent Report.